literacy bills. We're going to hear from Scott Guild, David Florine, George Guild, and Kenzie Martin on our panel. Just to let everybody know kind of the roadmap, we have a few more people that we will be hearing from on financial literacy. Then we will open the hearing on early literacy. Representative Sena will kick off that discussion, and then we have a group of middle school students with Representative Linsky. They'll be after Representative Sena, and then we'll work our way through everybody else who signed up to testify on early literacy. Okay? All right. Hi.
Hi. Good afternoon. My name is Kenzie Martin. Thank you so much for hearing from us, Chair Lewis, Chair Gordon, and esteemed committee. I'm a program manager at the Midas Collaborative, and on behalf of our organization and the statewide financial empowerment network, I'm here to express strong support for Bill H.594. The Midas Collaborative has been working on furthering financial empowerment in Massachusetts for over 25 years, going all the way back to the state's Asset Development Commission. Since then, we've held together a network of nonprofits, educators, and community partners who share in the ideal that financial education is a foundation for economic security. You've heard it here multiple times that Massachusetts continues to fall short for its students. And according to a national report card from the Champlain College Center on Financial Literacy, we're rated an F. It's completely unacceptable. How can we allow our K-12 financial education to fall behind for our students? Meanwhile, we can see that 29 going on 30 states, with Delaware coming up next to beat us at this race, will be taking firm action on providing financial education for their students. As a state that prides itself on educational excellence, we cannot allow our young people to graduate without the tools to manage credit, avoid significant debt, and make long-term financial decisions that impact them in the real world. We see the consequences when financial education comes too late. Families become overwhelmed by loans, young adults are entering the workforce without a plan for their money, and they're missing opportunities to build long-term wealth. H.594 provides a thoughtful and sustainable way forward. It builds both a structure of a trust fund, clear standards, and a requirement for a standalone course for all high schoolers. The Midas Collaborative and our partners stand ready to support its implementation. I urge you to report H.594 favorably and move Massachusetts forward from an F to a leader in preparing students for lifelong financial well-being. Thank you.
Thank you.
My name is George Scott Guile, two names, one person. Good morning. I'm speaking in support of H.594 because it is one of the more comprehensive bills. Passage of a requirement is step one, implementation is step two, and we've discovered from other states that you can pass a law, but then it regresses and doesn't have the implementation that is necessary. In summary, there is a why. And the why is that the state needs to ensure that all students have access to a high-quality education that includes money management and financial self-awareness in order to succeed in the world in which they will live and work. The what is for the state to require a standalone course, semester-long course supported by a financial education trust that can funnel public and private funds to the Department of Elementary and Secondary Education, and that DESE provides support for the district's implementation plan by holding convenings to share promising practices and reporting on the implementation progress of the school districts. The how is for the state to follow the research that will assist Massachusetts in not making the missteps that other states have made, and to identify the implementation elements that will assure that it is sustainable and it's equitable. Professor Carla Urban just came out with two studies, Embedded Standalone, that underscores the advantages of requiring a standalone course, and also what is the educational cost of mandating personal finance education, that supports what we found in our 2022 math survey results, that there is no undue burden by making this requirement. I had the opportunity to provide a summer financial aid fair at the Ron Burton Training Village of middle and high school students. One of the students walked by me and said, sort of sauntered by me and said, well, finally I have some information that I really can use in life. And I said, are you being facetious? And no, she said, absolutely serious. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Good afternoon, Mr. Chairman and members of the committee. I'm Dave Florine, a resident of Andover, and have appeared here before you on other occasions, along with Scott, co-chair the advocacy team at the Financial Empowerment Network. Here in support of the bills, but in particular, House 594 and 627. You've heard a lot this morning and into this afternoon about the value and the importance of personal finance and financial literacy. I don't need to reiterate many of those points. They are very powerful. We have done a lot in Massachusetts in education, but as you've heard, we are woefully behind here. To be fair, some of the students in Massachusetts are receiving exposure to financial literacy, many of them in the Credit for Life fairs. In my high school, we have done them now for 10 years, but approximately 16,000 students across 90 high schools have had them. You've heard about what the fairs do, but out of those the 16,000 high school students, that's only 25% at best of the 90,000 in the schools. So we have about 75% of the students in this state are not getting exposure. We believe of all the bills, they must include these 4 principles. You've heard about the semester-length separate standalone course. That is essential. Embedding doesn't work in a new study that just came out, and we will share that with you in written testimony. We believe, and this isn't in any of the bills, that there needs to be some reporting and standards from grades K through 8. I'll skip the rest of it in here and say a personal story. I was meeting with some faculty at a neighboring high school who came to our fair about implementing. And what the math teacher said to me upon leaving, she said, "I sure would like to teach a math course that the students could use." That's the message we would like to leave. Thank you for listening.
Thank you. Thank you all very much. Appreciate your work on this issue.